Welcome to the wide world of woodworking, where you'll see the triumphs and the agonies of defeat. When I started this channel, I told everybody that you would see all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly. And if I made a mistake, you were going to hear about it and see it. You might remember a couple of weeks ago, let me grab it, when I showed everybody my shelf pin jig. And my shelf pin jig works wonders, as long as you do one important step. Right there it is the center line. You need to use the center line. If you don't, you will build your cabinet, you'll have all your holes drilled, and then you're going to realize something. Instead of your shelves going in nice and level, you're going to be off by a 1/4 inch. Not going to work. So definitely a lot of frustration today when I realized I screwed up. Several of the cabinets are already, the carcasses are already built, they're stained, they're polyed, they just need the face frames to go on and get hung up on the walls. But the rest of them, all the sides, are already drilled. So now it's too late. There's options. I could scrap everything I have and start over. I don't like that option. That costs a lot of money. I could run a dado down all of the cabinets where I drilled and put a new piece of wood in there and drill all new holes. That's an option, a viable option, not an expensive option by any means, because I have a lot of maple here. I could easily run a strip of wood in there. It's actually a very cheap and real option. But it doesn't look very good, because when you look in there and you see that, you can tell there's that strip in there. So for me anyway, it just, and I still got to go through and re-drill every hole. Each cabinet has 40 holes, 40 plus holes in it. You need to drill them first with the pilot hole and then with the actual 1/4 inch hole, so each one gets 80, no less than 80 drills to it. That's a lot of time. So the option I came up with, again, it's not my favorite option. It cost me 30 some bucks, and it will cost me a lot of time still, but and it won't look quite as great. But you might remember from my pantry project, I had these little shelf things. All I've got to do is take the hacksaw, cut these down, and at least with the ones that are already built, I am not going to do anything more than to cut these down so that they match the height, and I will put them right on over the existing holes to try and hide my shame. The clips that you get for these come along with some 5/8 long screws. They're number 4s. I picked up some 3/4 inch long ones. Just a little bit of extra bite. I mean, some of these are going to have dishes, some of these are going to have glasses on them, so they've got to hold some weight. And I'm sorry if I'm distracted. I've got another huge bee over there. Got to get some bee traps out. A lot of hornets this year, oof, and other things that like to sting you. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do with the already assembled carcasses. The ones that are not assembled, I may go ahead and router them out. I don't know. I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to cut these down and be done with it. So yeah, $30 some later. Won't look quite as good, but what are you going to do? So there you go, guys. Always make sure that you run a test before you start drilling everything. Otherwise, you're going to wind up with a lot of wasted material. a lot of extra money and a lot of wasted time. Thanks.